Hi, today I want to show you how you can check if a table field is existing in your database, and if not, then how you can extend your database or table to contain additional fields just from the application itself. So for this I created a very simple application where I can type in into the editor field the field name, and if I type address, which I know that it's not existing in my database table, and I check it, and it's showing to me that it does not exist. And if I can or if I add the field with this name to the database, then the next time I check it, it exists. So basically the application did the job. So what you need for this application, of course, as I had it before, I created a database for the application. I did not do it programmatically. I was just doing it by the SQLite data set I put on the form itself, and then I was using the functions of the IDE to create the database itself. This one you can check from one of my previous tutorials, where I was showing how you can start to build your application with a background database attached to it. So from that one I had the table created, and added also two fields already to the table, and of course these ones could be checked by the application already. And then I put a field, an editor field here, where I can enter the name of the field. I added a check button with an event which is called when I click on the button itself. So as you can see, the button check click is doing this job. Similarly, for the add button, I have another on-click event which is checking the, or which is let's say adding the column to the table. Then I also have a status field here, which is called when I'm checking the existence of the field, and if it exists, it's written here that the field exists. If it is not, then it's also written here. So let's see the code itself. So at first let's check the check button, what the check button is doing. So when I click on the check button, it will call a field exists function, which will return a true if the field itself is existing, and will return a false, of course, if the field is not existing. I need to call it with a table name. So in my database, I call the table test table, and I need to add the field name itself, which is coming from the editor field, which is a tedit component on the form. And I take the text of it, or text parameter of it, and then I call the field exist function with it. So then when it is true, then the label check label, which is showing the actual status, is changed to exist on its caption, and if it is false, then the does not exist is written into this caption. So then let's check the field exists function. So at first, of course, I need to tell that what is the default value. So basically, if this function would not find a table field which I entered, then it should return a false. So this will be the default value, and this will be only changed if I find the table field name in the database or in the table itself. So then I need to define the file name. So because I was considering this database itself programmatically called. So I mean, I wouldn't set the table name or the file name for the database right from the IDE, but when the application is running, then I need to define for the data set component that what is the file name, and this file name is actually here under the same folder where the application Pascal files are located. So then I need to define an SQL statement, and actually this is what is interesting here, because what I want to do is that I want to ask the SQLite database driver to tell me if the table field exists. And of course the SQL statement could also do this job, but what I'm doing here is that I'm just taking the table information back as an SQLite result, and I'm going through each of the returned elements of this feedback from the driver itself. So I need to call the pragma command from the SQLite system, and I need to tell that I want to get the table information for the given table. So as you have seen that when I call the field exist function, I use the test table table name, so this will be written inside here, this statement. And once I set the dataset active with this true Boolean value, then the SQL statement will be executed on the data set, and I will get back a result, and I can start to check the result of the data set. So here I am just using the while statement or while command from the Pascal commands. Of course, you could be able to use something else, but for this checking is the easiest if you use the while statement or while command. And while the data set having some active rows, and I did not reach the end of the data set, then I can start to execute the internal elements of this loop. So first I check if the text itself, what I got back for the field name, actually for the table info will give back the table field name, and also it will give back the type and other things. But now I only need the field name itself, and I need to compare it with that field name what I was let's say sending to this function, and which was existing in the editor field itself, and then I need to compare this to the actually returned table field names. And if this is finding a similar or same table field, then the result is set to true, and then I can jump out from this while statement, so I can let's say break the running of this loop, and I can let's say reach this point that I deactivate the data set itself. And then of course the result itself is sent back to the caller, and I can write out the text to the label check field as the label check field caption is changed to exists or does not exist text. So that is when I check the table field themselves. And now we can also go into the next one where we are adding a field to the actual table. So here I was just simply using the button event, so I was not sending this to another function or procedure. I was just doing the job inside this event, because this is a very short thing what I need to do. I set again here the file name. If it wouldn't be set before, then here it's definitely done. And then I need to activate the data set to be able to execute the SQL statement. If it wouldn't be active, then I would not be able to execute the statement. So in the execute statement, I need to tell to the SQLite driver that I want to add a table field to a certain table. So as I'm not sending over to this function the table name, I need to type it here inside the SQL statement, which is in this case the alter table statement. And this alter table statement is doing the manipulation of the table schemas, and with this you can do different things. Here I'm just showing the adding the column with a new table name, and sorry, with another new field name, and the actual type of the field itself. So I need to use the add column statement here. I need to tell the field name, and also I need to have the type here. So I was adding the field as a text field, but of course you can add any field like integer field, boolean field, blob field, whatever you want, or a double type field. It depends on the SQL or the database itself, which type is expected, or which type is accepted by the driver, and what you can set up here. And of course, if you might be defining an auto increment field, you can also define these here under this alter table statement. So this execute SQL statement is just executing this static text, let's say here. And once I deactivate the data set, then the data set is closed, and you can start to do other job with your database. So basically that's all what is done by this application, and you can get the feeling how you can define your own let's say table manipulation functions based on this. This one is just showing that how you can get out some information about your tables, or even maybe the table itself. And also how you can alter this table. Of course, the create table is another thing. There you can already define your fields if you want, but if you just want to add or remove a table field, then this is how you can do that. So let's go back again to the application, run it again, and let's check some other fields. So I have an ID field which I defined at the beginning. It's existing, of course. Then I don't have a city field. So when I check, it does not exist, but I have a name field. And the address again is defined earlier, so it's existing. And let's add the city as well again. So if I'm adding it and checking it, then it's already there, so it's existing. So that's all about how you can manipulate your tables from your application, and you can even use it afterwards. So yes, you can see that once a field name is defined, then it's already available for the next operation. So if you want to list it somewhere, then you can do it, and you can already give data inside these fields as well. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and if so, then please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. With this, I wish you happy coding, and see you next time.